What's up guys, Meredith with ExtremeTerrain.com, and today we are checking out this Fox Performance Series 2.0 IFP steering stabilizer fitting all 2020 and newer JT Gladiators. If you're in search of better handling and stability for your Gladiator, a steering stabilizer may be just what you need, and this option will offer a premium build to do it with. Now this is great to rein in those larger tires that may give you some vibration and movement through your steering wheel to support a comfortable and controlled driving experience. Now I would like to mention right up front that this is not going to be a end-all be-all solution to fix death wobble. However, this will help if you are feeling some feedback or have an issue with wandering tires. Now, larger tires or a more open tread can make your ride feel a bit more flighty, especially on the highway. Now, this will tighten it up, offering a good driving experience on-road while absorbing those harder lateral hits better when you're off-road, keeping that movement under control with a gas-charged design that is going to soften that blow. Now, on the inside of the stabilizer, this is going to feature an IFP or internal floating piston that is going to absorb all of those sudden jolts and be able to handle that off-road driving incredibly well compared to other entry-level stabilizers, and also maintain a long lifespan, reducing any leaking or shock fade over time thanks to the construction. Now, like I mentioned, the construction is going to be pretty tough. And breaking this down, this is going to be made of a 2-inch impact extruded and CNC machined 6061 T6 aluminum, being very durable, and it's going to have a clear anodized finish on top to resist any corrosion on the dampener. Now, that sounds like a lot, but essentially means that the body of the shock is tough enough to hold its own to obstacles, especially with the placement on the lower center portion of your steering. This will also come with a 1/2-inch hard chrome plated heat treated alloy steel shaft to reduce any binding or bending or nicks, especially if you take your Jeep off-road and abuse it quite a lot. And it's also going to preserve the life of that and reduce any malfunctions on the trail or leaking from the shock itself. Now, the stabilizer will also have quiet nitrile rubber bushings for a bit of flexibility and articulation within those mounting points. When it comes to pricing, this will come in at roughly $250, which is a premium price point when it comes to a steering stabilizer. Now, this will be right in the middle though when it comes to performance, in my opinion, offering a bit more out of the construction, a lot more actually than most of the entry-level options, while not being completely over the top with reservoirs or other super high performance features that you may not necessarily need for your build. And I think if you are looking to keep it simple but want a stabilizer that's going to be built well at the same time, then this is going to be a great option. Now, install will be a 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, but should only take you an hour to get the job done with the right hand tools and setup. Now, you will need some basic hand tools for this install, including an impact wrench and a torque wrench, and you'll also need a basic set of metric wrenches and sockets ranging up to 18 millimeters. Now, at this point, we can head over to our shop and check out a detailed breakdown on how to get this onto your JT at home. So that is going to wrap it up for me. Let's go ahead and get into the install.
All right, today we're going to be installing a Fox shock stabilizer. It's a pretty simple install. It's just 2 bolts you got to remove on the left-hand side and the right-hand side of the old one that you can see right here in the picture below. Now I'm going to have the old man right here. He's going to do the install for the delete first. Using an 18 millimeter socket. Bolt just comes right out.
These flags.
Yep, there's a flag on the right hand one. The new stabilizer comes with an extra bolt. If one of your bolts has diminished pretty bad with some rust, so you can replace it, but we shouldn't need it today. Alright. There goes the old one. Here, put the old one next to the new one real quick.
So this one's probably bad. See that?
Yeah. That's the old one. Alright, let's put the new one in. For the new one, it's oriented just like so. Shock side, it's going to be on the facing towards the tire, closest. Recommend mounting the right side when it's doing there first, so you can then compress the shock into place. Like so. Once again, we're using 18mm sockets.
I gotta get it in the little square. I should go right on in. Alright, go ahead, Kyle. Let's see what we're doing now.
Again, push that back in.
Is that better?
Looks better.
Man, Kyle. Let's pull it off and look at it. Ah, see there?
Yep.
You can't use the old.
Okay. There we go. Now we know. Gotta use the new hardware. Here's the new hardware that comes with it. So you can't reuse the old bolt. There's the old bolt right there.
So it comes with a flat washer, 2 flat washers. So I would put a flat washer on this side.
Yep. Got it going from the top.
Here we go. Put the flat washer on. Open up. And it's a locking nut. So we can
Grab your wrench. Should be 18mm, right?
put this one on first. It's just, we're just gonna snug them up with this and then torque them later. Wrench.
Owner's manual calls for 55 foot-pounds of torque on each nut. Perfect.
Ready?
All right, so we had to use a 19mm wrench
On
for the
top.
new bolt.
18 nut on the bottom. Torque wrench. It's already set at 55. Let's try it on.
Let's take a look. There you go.
55.
Torque wrench set to 55 foot-pounds of torque for each of the bolts.
That one got 55.
$55.
54, 55, 57 total.
Yeah, well.
Get it.
All right, and we're done.
So that's going to wrap it up for my review and the install of this Fox Performance Series 2.0 IFP steering stabilizer, fitting all 2020 and newer JT Gladiators, and you can find this right here at extremeterrain.com.